Okay guys, I did get my laptop. I was going to show it off to you. Etc. The screen is huge. I love the color. My last laptop, I don't know what was wrong with the screen, but the color, no color showed. Like yellows looked like greens, you know what I mean? As an artist, as a professional artist, it bugged the hell out of me. And when I'd watch movies and the color wasn't like, it was muted. The color was muted, and it wasn't like a problem with the settings. I couldn't do anything to fix it. It was a problem with the physical screen, and I don't really know what's in charge of that. But this one has a way better screen. I feel immersed when I look at it. I feel immersed. Even watching YouTube, I'm like a baby who took acid for the first time, and I'm seeing colors. I'm like, whoa, technology can show these colors. My TV can't, and I used to have to plug an HDMI into my laptop to my TV so I could see what I'm drawing actually looks like, or what I'm watching actually looks like, the colors. But on my laptop, it's better than the TV. Color-wise, it runs on Windows 11. Okay, and I was told Windows 11 sucks. It's different. I don't know if it's slow. Guys, if Windows 11 is slower than Windows 10 somehow and it ruins my whole system, tell me. But if you just don't like it because it's different and I've never used Windows 11 before, and figuring out the layout is complicated. But even Windows 10, I remember trying to figure out that layout whenever I first got like a tablet or something. I was like, whoa, this is weird. But now I understand it, and I'm trying to understand Windows 11. I'm not afraid of change like some people. But if the change is genuinely bad, like there's like an AI thing, I literally, the second I got my laptop, I called my brother in here and I was like, okay, first of all, I'm scared of technology, so I need you to, number one, download like a ad blocker, download this, download that. I don't know how. I'm scared of technology. I'm scared that I'll download a virus and ruin everything. I think when he was like setting it up for me, because I'm a baby, I'm just a girl. I think he like got rid of the AI, because apparently there's like an AI in Windows 11 that like tracks every single thing you do and tries to like talk to you and shit. I don't know, that's what he said. And then Reddit told me that Windows 11's fine and it's just the layout people are scared of. So I don't know. I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to believe. My laptop, I think it is slightly slow. I don't know if that's because it's running on Windows 11 or it's just slow. Maybe I don't know if I got a bad laptop or it's a Windows 11 problem. You know what I mean? So I really need people to give me input on Windows 11. Thank you. So yesterday was Halloween. I didn't do it. I didn't celebrate Halloween yesterday. I'm celebrating Halloween on Wednesday, and by celebrating Halloween, I mean on Wednesday I get paid, so I'm gonna go out, buy some candy, buy a single beer, and then watch horror movies. And I couldn't do that yesterday, which was actual Halloween, because I didn't have money. I have £1 in my bank account, so I'm waiting till Wednesday. Okay. It's been like 2 weeks, and I'm still sick. What's the deal with that? Genuinely. Okay, because I'm someone who never gets sick, and whenever I get sick, it's either nothing and it goes away in like 1 second, or I'm dying. And there's no in between. I think I have like a strong immune system. So the fact that this is just a cold and it's been here for like 2 weeks, a cold should only last 3 days, like a period. It should be like 3 days of horrible agonizing, and then it starts to go away. You know, and you can feel it coming on, and then you can feel it leaving, just like a period. A sickness. but it's still here. Did you fart? I think my dog farted. The noise scared me. That's why I paused. I'm still sick. And it's making me, it has to be making me loopy, because you can't think straight whenever you're ill. Even if you think you're thinking straight. You're not? Come up. Wait, come up. Come up. My blanket's sitting weird, so she doesn't want to jump up on my bed because she's scared she'll fall. I did this last night. It's Nidal. It's a herbal simply sleep and calm elixir, and I think Nidal makes bedtime like relax. I think they make pills for like daytime or like, and I think it's just a traditional herbal medicine. So I assumed this was just a concentrated form of what was in the tablets. But guess what? There's alcohol in it. There's alcohol in it. Is there alcohol in it? I think I read there was alcohol in it. It contains alcohol. I didn't have to have ID to buy a product that contains alcohol. And it's not a small, I don't know if it's a small amount of alcohol, but it's like I could feel it immediately. You feel drunk. You take one sip of it and you feel drunk. Wasted. And it smells like flowers. It smells like you're rolling in a field of like lilies. 1.5 milliliters of tincture from dried valerian root, which is what's in the tablets. And then 1:8 ratio extraction solvent, ethanol 57%. I don't know what that means. 5 milliliters is 57% ethanol? Is that what that means? Anyway, that's what I took last night. I mixed it with Diet Coke because it tastes disgusting on its own. You have to mix it like an alcohol. I try to convince myself because it has a weird smell and the smell kind of makes me want to vomit. But at the same time, it's a smell that I can cook because it's really strong. At the same time, it's a smell that I can convince myself is like enjoyable. It's a smell that I could convince myself it's like mind controlling. It's like in my head I was like pretending, I was in a fictional world and this elixir, this sleepy elixir, is like, this smells addictive. That's what I was trying to convince myself. This horrible smell is so alluring it gets people hooked. That's what I was telling myself to convince myself to drink it because I honestly can't stand the smell. But that it kind of worked. In like small fragments, I was convincing myself that it smelled good. Because I'm weak-willed, I can lie to myself. Anyway, there's a surprise at the end of this video. It involves the Nintendo Wii. And you're not prepared. I'll just tell you, I'm gonna play Just Dance. Because I wanted to. I woke up today feeling, yesterday I must have had like 3,000 calories of mini M&Ms. Because I was thinking it couldn't be that much. But compared to the amount that was there, and the fact I was, you know what I mean, grabbing a handful and pouring it in my mouth. And I went down this morning and I saw them and I wanted more for breakfast. And I was like, no, have actual food. And by actual food, I mean peanut butter and strawberry jam on pieces of white bread that you cut up. Because you're poor. I'm trying to like, okay, this isn't a good start to November, but when I get paid, okay, I need to eat more vegetables, and I like vegetables, I like vegetable dishes. But I forgot that like vegetables are good. And like, cause for dinner I used to just put vegetables, frozen vegetables or fresh. Usually I get a big bag of frozen vegetables. And then I put them in the microwave, defrost them a little bit. Sometimes I just put them straight into the pan. Seasonings and like a little bit of oil, some vinegar. You have to fry vegetables in vinegar. It's real good. And then whatever. So I put curry on top, but I'm trying to stay away from curry for some reason. I don't know. I can't have curry anymore. Not because it's spicy. I love spicy food, but it hurts my stomach. I don't know what happened to my stomach the last year, but I can't have curry because I feel like there's a hole somewhere in my stomach and it's like going through it into my body. That's what it physically feels like. It's horrible. I can have spicy food. I can have spicy Doritos. I just can't have it in like liquid form, which is weird because when it's at that point in your body, isn't it basically already liquid form? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just had one bad experience and I'm like lying to myself, convincing myself that I can't have curry anymore and I just have to eat curry to like get rid of that experience. But yeah, I'm gonna buy like a sweet chili sauce. And then just for dinner, I'm just gonna have like a bowl of like veg because I need more fiber. I need more fiber. I can't keep eating junk food and then being like, why am I still hungry? You're still hungry because you're not eating fiber. Okay, dumbass. I don't care about protein content. Well, I kind of do. I don't like eating stuff that has too much sugar, and it either needs to have some protein or some fiber, and I prefer fiber in everything. Sugar content to me doesn't like. I don't know. This jam, 10 grams or something. What's the serving size for jam? Probably like 9 grams. 15. It's like 90 calories, 80 calories. I think it's at 30 calories, 37 or something. But the amount of grams of sugar in that much is like 9.1. And I'm trying to do the math. 9.1 grams of sugar is 37 calories. That doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it makes sense. I used to know how much a gram of sugar was in like calorie wise. Because it was like an easy conversion. It was like either one cube or like a teaspoonful was 30 calories. I don't remember, but it was like an easy conversion. I have to like Google it again. But I also have dyscalculia. So, but yeah, 37 calories for 90. What the hell was it? Dog, I don't know. Don't make me talk about numbers, but it doesn't seem right. But my logic was, well, that amount of sugar, it can't be negative if the calories are low. Like, it's not exactly a lot of sugar if it's low calorie. I mean, it is a lot of sugar for a small amount of food. But it can't be too much, right? It can't be too much sugar for breakfast. Anyway, what's like a vegetable or fruit breakfast? Sure, I'll just keep eating bread for breakfast. I'll stop putting stuff on it because I used to also just eat plain bread for bread because I like bread. I would just buy plain bread and eat plain bread, or put some butter on there. Okay, okay. So November, bread for breakfast. Once again, it sounds sad. I enjoy it. I willingly eat plain bread. It's not like for diarrhea. I genuinely enjoy plain bread. And people who diet, they're like, I can't have bread. Like what? Like no, bread's high in protein and fiber and like they put stuff in there. It's like good for you. It's bread. White bread. I used to be against white bread. But guess what? Cheap. I keep buying, okay, the bread I would like to buy is like 30p for a whole loaf. It's cheap and it's wholemeal, whole grain, whatever. But it's dry. Cheap bread, it's always dry for some reason. And then the more expensive the bread, the less dry it is and the more like fluffier it is, the better it tastes. Which, why is that? Like, what are they doing to this more expensive bread to make it taste better? And like white bread stays like that longer, whereas I feel like brown bread, not even brown bread, just like wholemeal, whole grain bread, it like tastes bad after 2 days. Is this a thing, or am I like going crazy? So I just started buying white bread. Also, I live in a house of other people who eat white bread, and if I buy a brown loaf, I keep saying brown, it's wholemeal, whole grain loaf, and I keep it in the fridge to keep it fresh for longer. I also think that's what's contributing to the fact that it's tasting stale. I think the fridge would make it stale, right? It wouldn't, because mold doesn't grow when bread's in the fridge, but it still goes to hard and stale. I've noticed. Yeah, so I might, like, if other people are eating white bread, I can't finish a whole loaf myself before it goes stale, so I might as well just buy white bread, and then no bread's going to waste. So I've become a white bread convert. Thank you for listening. Okay, so white bread for breakfast. Lunch. What's like a fiber lunch food? The only protein I would eat, by the way, is like eggs. I'm not a vegetarian. I just don't eat a lot of meat. I would eat chicken, turkey, fish, but rarely. I'm kind of like grossed out by fish now because I kept having sardines. I kept cooking sardines, and then there would just be a whole lot of roe in them, and it was disgusting. And I googled it, and people online also had someone took a picture of their toast, and they put sardines on it, and they like spread some over it, and they just ended up spreading a whole bunch of roe all over their toast. So they took a picture of it and posted to Reddit and was like, wow, this is disgusting, I can't eat this. And the comments were talking about how rare this occasion is, but bitch, that happens to me every single time I eat sardines, and it's gross, I can't eat it. I got this brow gel and I'm scared to use it because last time I used it, it looked ugly, and I looked so ugly. It's not even, it's lighter, it's darker than the one I usually use. I think it's the same brand because this one says blonde and this one is brunette number 2. This is 1 and this one's 2. First of all, this is not a shade darker than this. Second of all, the one I would usually use is this. I use it on my eyelashes and sometimes on the ends of my eyebrows, and that looks fine, but then I use this on the same way and it looks bad even though it's lighter than the darker one, which should do better. I don't know, I'm confused. Because 2 dark eyebrows looks bad on me, and black eyelashes, black mascara looks ugly too. Oh my god, it's been 20 minutes. And I haven't really done anything. I've just been talking about Windows 11 and bread. Also, I got my camera out of storage. My Canon PowerShot zoom lens camera. And the video I posted yesterday, not the vlog thing, But the spooky thing. One of you, I know your name. I don't remember your name. I'm sorry. You comment on like all of my videos, but there's multiple people who do that, so I don't want to get the name wrong. You know who you are. Maybe I'll shout you out next time. Appreciate you. You said I look like You know what? I don't remember. It was a play on the name Do That Big Baller. Stretching my eyeballs. I'm just putting on makeup today because I showered yesterday. My hair looked good, but I didn't do my makeup because I felt like I didn't need to. I felt like I looked good enough. But then I was sitting on the toilet and I was thinking, oh, I need a burp. I was thinking, I feel like a different person with my makeup done. And it's not even what most people would consider like makeup. I don't even mean that in the way that like I'm not wearing foundation or contour. Because most men don't notice, no, well, not men, but like people who don't do makeup, they don't notice makeup until it's like you're contoured. And then they're like, too much makeup. But, I totally just forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, I can't, if my makeup looks like that, it's like I can't even, I feel gross. The makeup I put on, it just makes me look 5% better. Because I'm so gorgeous and pretty, that's all I need. Yeah. Do you see the brown coming out in the eyebrow tint I used? I feel like it wasn't a good eyebrow tint, but the blonde color looks great, I think. Even though I'm not blonde, but it's kind of like a dirty blonde. You could see like it's here, you know? I don't know. I just don't think it looks good. But I can't figure out logically why. My lips are so dry today. I had a weird ass dream where I had to like defeat this guy, but I was also like Wolverine. I had like Wolverine powers, but also like my cousin was there and he was better like help me or something. But then he like broke his body because skiing. It was like it was weird. But I think it wasn't a lucid dream, but I could feel myself thinking during it. And I could feel that my thoughts were influencing it. But because I was such like an integral character to the story of the dream, I couldn't let myself lucid dream because then that means the character that I was would be me instead of the character I was playing in the dream, and then the whole thing would fall apart. But I was thinking about stuff and it was happening, but I had to like be the character that I was, which was this like hard to explain. Doesn't matter. Gross. I hit my hair on day 2. Day 2 hair, it just needs like straightened or some shit. Bleh. Bleh. Do I have good cheekbones? Because I always thought I had good cheekbones. But then I started thinking, like, are they just normal? Because everyone has cheekbones. Does that, like, everyone has cheekbones. Just because I have cheekbones doesn't mean they're good cheekbones. They go back really far. I don't know if that means they're good or if I'm a freak. A freak of nature. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. Because how much is too much? How much is too much? I made a video yesterday where I talk about gender, and there was a guy in the comments. There was a guy in the comments saying that I was like hitting on men, or like there was a lot of comments that were like you're I don't know. I see women and men as equals. Okay, I see us as two of the same people that were just had different influences, which affects our behavior. I understand life from a male point of view as well as I understand life from a female. If anything, a female point of view I feel like it's not even real. But I buy into the male point of view. Does that make sense? I mean, female point of view as in the way that men would like to view women. Have like their point of view, but I feel like that's not real, and women's point of view is a lot closer to the male point of view than men would like to admit. I feel like we're the same people, but there's barriers, psychological barriers in between. I also didn't finish my thought, dog. It was Halloween. I had children to take care of. I had to keep pausing the video to go do stuff. I'm sick, I'm ill, so I'm also not a doctor, nor a scientist, nor someone who is like in any field of psychological stuff. Like, I'm not someone who's an authority on the subject of gender. So what I say, it's not real. Just because I say that I was joking around. It's funny to imagine that men, because men are like, oh, men built the world, we're better than women. So it's just a funny idea for me to say men built the airplane to get pussy. I just was joking around. I thought that was funny. I'm not an authority on the subject, so me saying that doesn't make it true. So you've no reason to get angry. Do you understand? You've no reason to get angry at me. I'm not an authority. I'm not a fact maker. You know who is a fact maker? God. Do I look good right now, or? Okay, I gotta go do stuff. I fucking hate saying that because it's so vague and it's like, oh, I gotta go do stuff. It's just, it sounds rude. I don't even have to say it. I could just pause it and leave. I'm gonna pause it and leave. Sock on these nuts. I didn't finish my breakfast and I'm hungry. But I don't want my breakfast because it's gross. I don't know if I like peanut butter anymore. I have to turn my lighting off in order to do what I'm about to do next. Are you enjoying me sitting here in silence? Badly lit. I was going to make a video where I just, you know that guy who meditates? He just meditates and stares at the camera. The Wii is on. I was thinking about making a video like that, but I'm just like, mewing for like an hour every single day. It would be like a week-long thing. But, that's what I look like whenever I mew, by the way. There isn't a difference. And it hurts. Eat this out of my hand. Thank you. Does anyone else's dog refuse to eat things off of like a surface, like a plate? Rather than eating it off my hand, it's over here. She dropped it onto the floor. And sometimes she'll be eating something on my bed, like she'll bring a piece of dog food up onto my bed and I'll slide something underneath it to catch the crumbs, but then she lifts it off that and puts it back on the bed. She refuses to eat off of surfaces. Even she grabs food out of the dog bowl and brings it over to her, and then she like a mouthful of dog food, and then she'll spit it out on the floor and then eat it off the floor. And I think it's because she's like a small dog. Whenever she chews dog food, she like breaks it into pieces and then it falls onto the floor into smaller pieces, and then she eats those. Either that or she swallows it whole and then she chokes and then vomits it back up again. Happens even if I buy smaller dog food, she still does the same thing. I keep trying to buy her different dog food, like dog food for small elderly dogs, which she is. So the pellets are smaller and softer, and probably better for her. But she just doesn't eat it. She's like, ew, I can't swallow this whole. It's too big. And also, I can't chew it. So it's crumbs on the floor, and then I lick up the crumbs. It's like if I took a bite out of this, and then chewed it a little, and then spat it out onto my plate, and then ate that. You know? This is too big to eat. I'm just a tiny little doggy. What the fuck? My Wii remote's not working. What the fuck? I just replaced the batteries. Do these things eat batteries? It's the year 2024. It's the year 2024. What the fuck? These are expired. Disturbia, da 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 da, Disturbia, ba 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 ba, Disturbia, ba 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 ba. Like a creep up at night and da 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 da, I didn't see of the mind that can't control you. And da 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 da, I feel like a monster. Disturbia, da 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 da, Disturbia, Disturbia. She's a man eater, make you work, make you sweat, make you work, her love. She's a man eater, make you work, da 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 da. She's a man eater, make you work, make it ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 ba. She's a man. Wada 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 ba ba ba. Oh wada 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 ba 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 ba. Wada 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 ba ba ba. Wish you never ever met her at all. 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 Raining cats and dogs, I stand before my maker like Moses on the hill. My Guinness record baker, I abide your will. At first all the sea I'm crucified, crucified like my Savior, saint-like behavior, lifetime I pray. I'm crucified for the holy dimension, God like ascension, heaven away. Stories I've been told.